This is Paul Gale from paulgalenetwork.com, and I want to share with you some of my ideas that I came up with what could be the NX, including a logo, some possibilities of what the system may look like, and what about that controller. So follow me over here. First of all, I want to show you what I came up with the logo. I've shared this on my Instagram and other channels in the past, but here's a little more in-depth look at the logo itself. NX, Nintendo Infinite, possibly. Infinite for a couple of reasons, which I'll explain throughout this couple-minute presentation, but the way I came up with the logo is, well, NX, if you put them together, it kind of looks like the infinite sign. And, you know, instead of just having plain black and red, you know, different possibilities, black and blue, green and black. And I'm not saying necessarily to have multiple colors to confuse people, but swappable faceplates, swappable roof plates, you know, an idea that Xbox 360 had back in the day with the original model, which was swappable faceplates, and now the new Nintendo 3DS has swappable face and back plates, but maybe the NX would have plates that would pop off the top and bottom. So instead of having multiple different SKUs of systems come out for different third parties and whatnot and different first party brands, just release different faceplates. So I just gave you a couple of different colors to show what I'm talking about, but the main idea is having different faceplates and top plates, one part of the Nintendo Infinite solutions, infinite possibilities. With the logo too, I wouldn't just present it like this. I would present it kind of like the Paul Gale Network logo, which I showed earlier, how it's animated in the beginning. Things come together. If you imagine the black coming up, boom, 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 and then the X developing, or the black line and the black and the blue line come simultaneously, the black line comes up and X finishes off like that. So just an idea, possibly. If you look over here, though, this is the main idea that I've had when it comes to the controller. See, assuming that the NX could be NXH for NX Home, Infinite Home, and NXP, Infinite Portable, NX Portable. Envision, if you will, a standard controller with an indented 3/4 inch section where an entire, not just screen, but a whole unit would go. Something around the size of a 3DS or an iPhone 6 Plus, for instance. Now, the screen would be the same in each model, but the backplate could be relatively inexpensive technology where it could provide an infinite possibility of button layouts, circle layouts. You know, I've modded controllers in the past, and what I found is, you know, if you wanted on a Wii U Pro controller, for instance, to go X, Y, B, A, and switch it up to A, B, X, Y, or any kind of combination, you can't really do that because the way the buttons are in the past is they have specific circles that fall into place, and you can't really just put a button anywhere you want. But if you kind of look at what Microsoft has done with the Xbox Elite controller for the Xbox One, it does have swappable buttons. So one of the core technology of the NX controller was the screen followed by a plate where you put in circle pads, D-pads, and you want to have a circle pad and an analog stick or a D-pad and a circle pad. You want to switch them. Maybe a fighting game comes out with a 6-button layout, or recreating an N64 game with the B and A button and the 4 C buttons. Dual analog sticks here, one in reverse sections, etc. You know, it's just a general idea. So if this is your controller, and if every NX came with both a controller shell as well as this unit, perhaps it could be $150. You know, I could envision something like the NXP is $200 standalone, and all you get is this guy right here. It's a screen with a backplate with buttons, and you can always swap out the backplate and put the screen in with a new backplate with new buttons, a new configuration. But the main technology would be the screen with a motherboard. You put this in your controller, there you go. NXP, $200. NX Home, maybe $350. But if you buy them together, $550. Now, what if you want just the SKU that is the NX Home. You buy a $350 unit, you don't get this NXP, you just get a standard controller. It works with your games. If you buy the edition where it comes with two, you get two systems in one. You could take your game on the go, continue the saved file, maybe be in lower resolution graphics, slower frame rate, but overall it could work if the system is synced up that way. If it is having some type of overall cloud-based service, maybe you could play your game and access your save file via Wi-Fi. Who knows exactly how it could work out, but I could see a couple different SKUs. $350 for an NX SKU, $200 for an NX portable SKU, or maybe $500 for just both combined. It's not too much more than the other consoles. Then again, if it is coming out in November 2016, it might be at that point $200 more. But if you just want one system, you know, it might be only $50 more. Anyways, that's just the idea, and hope I explained it clearly enough. I'll give you one more look at the logo, but before I do, this is just kind of a rough draft, very rough draft, but this kind of came up with it like, well, the screen just popped in. And, you know, and here's just a little idea I had of what if Nintendo uses the moldable screen technology. My first drawing that I did of it. And then, you know, I kind of like the title Fusion. I came up with this little logo. I don't think that the system will be called Nintendo Fusion. And if it does end up coming that, I don't think this will be the actual logo because most of the world doesn't speak or read Japanese for that matter. But that is Nintendo Fusion. Pretty cool. Like I said, one more time, I'll be showing you the logo and the console. So, NX, Nintendo Infinite. What if they just call future iterations NX Infinite 1 and Infinite 2? Or just NX1, NX2. They could have a brand new brand here, continue the games. And one more thing, before I forget, if you look, doesn't this look like the gamepad could be backwards compatible? Maybe 4 gamepads could work, maybe 4 NX with NXPs could work per system, everybody with their own screen. I think they could take the idea of what they had with the Wii U, but bring it to life. You have a portable unit on the go. If something like this works with the Pokemon Go and future Pokemon games, imagine having your full console experience on the home and then on the go, having your portable experience, etc. Anyways, that's my idea. This is Paul Gale Network signing out. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about NX and the Nintendo Infinite concept.